Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat and welcome to the Super Bowl here on Madden Football. Today is Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, Florida. The Texans have defeated the Titans in the AFC Conference Championship, and now these two teams will face off in Super Bowl 55. One of the big question marks for the Texans is the status of starting quarterback Deshaun Watson. He suffered broken ribs in the game against the Titans and may not see any action in the Super Bowl at all. Backup Case Keenum may be the man to game plan against today for the 49ers. The San Francisco can't ease up because the Texans boast the number 3 offense and the number 1 defense in the NFL. So this is, quite frankly, going to be the biggest test that San Francisco has faced all season. Regardless of the quarterback situation, Keenum has Lamar Miller, Antonio Brown, and DeAndre Hopkins. That's just the offensive weapons. On defense, you have J.J. Watt, Calais Campbell, Jadeveon Clowney, and Whitney Merciless, and that's just the front 7. San Francisco needs to find a way to avoid this collection of stars and see if they can move the football. The secondary isn't any better with Slay, Rhodes, and Hyde to throw against, so I'm not sure I'd want to be in the 49ers' shoes just about right now. The Texans have been favored to win this game, but only by a field goal now instead of the projected 2 scores, thinking Watson was going to be the quarterback, so this should prove to be an outstanding opportunity for the 49ers. The teams have taken the field and look ready for the kickoff, so let's get to the action as the 49ers collide with the Texans on the Football Freaks Sports Network. The Texans win the coin toss, and Josh Lambo gets us underway. Javonte Dean up the right side, and he has an excellent run back to the 38-yard line. Garoppolo hands off to McKinnon. He runs right outside the numbers, and he gets an 8-yard pickup. And now Garoppolo back to pass, throws, and it's intercepted. Kevin Johnson is taking it back inside 49er territory and finally tackled at about the 45. An early mistake for Jimmy, and we hope that doesn't continue through the game. Now on 1st and 10, Keenum hands off to Miller around the right side, and he gets a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. Back to passes. Keenum throws to it, open. Antonio Brown for the first down. Keenum throws over the middle, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster takes it back to the 26. That pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins, and Reuben Foster just jumps right in front of that and picks it off and takes it back the other way. Giving the ball back to the 49ers. Garoppolo drops back, throws, and it's complete out to Bryce Butler. First down, 49ers at the 30. The throw going to Jordan, and it's complete inside Texan territory. Finally getting tackled by Kevin Johnson at about the 36. So that gives the 49ers great field position inside Texan territory. Garoppolo hangs onto that ball and throws it to Kenny Bell late, and he gets a 9-yard pickup, just about a first down, and McKinnon can't get the first down. So that brings out Kaimi Fairbairn for a 48-yard field goal. It's in the middle, but just short. So the score remains 0-0. Now Case Keenum back to pass. Throws long, complete to Miller, and he's all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. That is former Ohio State Buckeye quarterback turned wide receiver here on the Texans team, and he takes it all the way for the score. 7-0 Texans. The kickoff going to the goal line to Javonte Dean. Takes it left, finds a crease, and he's out in the open now. 20-10 touchdown 49ers. Dean finding a lane, and with that blazing speed, and nobody is able to catch him, and he ties this football game up at 7 apiece. With an empty backfield, Keenum back to pass, throws across the middle, complete to Hopkins. He's out in the open, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Texans. What a perfect pass, and caught Hopkins on the fly. You could see Cockrell go for the interception, but he was just mistimed that, and Hopkins goes all the way to the end zone, giving the Texans the lead 14-7. Now Garoppolo and company at the 30-yard line. McKinnon goes right and breaks a tackle and has the first down out to the 40-yard line. On the counter play, McKinnon takes it left and gets tackled at the 45. 2nd and 4. Another counter play left. McKinnon is out in the open, and he's tackled inside the 45 of the Texans. Garoppolo back to pass, completes this one to Jordan down to the 30. Marked him at the 31, so McKinnon takes it up the middle, and he has a nice 6-yard gain. Garoppolo throws, and this one is complete inside the red zone to Bryce Butler. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 14-7 Texans. Garoppolo calling an audible at the line of scrimmage, throws to Jeter in the flats. He gets down to the 11-yard line. Garoppolo throws that. That was a weird throw. Backwards by what I could tell. And Fairbairn comes in for a 25-yard field goal and makes it 14-10. Micah Hyde on the kickoff return brings it out and fumbles the football. And it's bounced around and finally recovered by the 49ers, but the booth wants to take a look at this. They're not absolutely positive that this was a fumble, and he may have been down before the ball came out. And if you take a look at this, I certainly don't see anything definitive that is saying he is down before that ball comes out. And this may stand. And what do the officials say? The play is reversed. So the Texans remain the owners of the football. Miller goes up the middle and gets to the 18, just outside the 18. Keenum back to pass, and it's complete. Zach Ertz makes the first down catch, and that one is intercepted. Witherspoon taking it back the other way and down to, oh no, there is a penalty on the play, and that one is coming back. So it's 1st and 5. Foreman takes it over the left side and gets the first down out to the 40-yard line. Keenum back to pass, throws complete to Hopkins over the 50-yard line. 2nd and 7 now. Keenum throws again and almost intercepted again by Witherspoon. 3rd and 7. Rookie Alvin Shirley takes it, and he gets only a couple, so that brings on rookie out of Auburn, C.J. Adams. Dean carries and has a lane to the 35, and he fumbled the football. And Devlin picks it up and has it for the Texans. And Bernard McKinney appears to have injured his shoulder, so that could impact the Texans. But let's take a look at this fumble and see if Dean actually got, oh man, he got hit and the ball came out before he went down. McKinney is the one that actually hit him. James Devlin picks up the football eventually, but this one looks like it is definitely going to be Texan football. And what are the officials going to say? The play stands, and it is Texan football at the 44. Keenum fakes the handoff and throws an interception. Ross Cockrell is coming back and is tackled just inside the 30-yard line. That intended for Antonio Brown just wasn't thrown high and long enough in order to complete the pass. But the 49ers can't do anything with it, and that gives the ball back to the Texans, and Miller rips off a long one out to the 39. Hopkins gets a first down out to midfield. Now Keenum back to pass again, completes it to Crawford across the middle at the 40-yard line. 3rd and inches. Foreman takes it left, has room, and gets the first down inside the 35. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Keenum back to pass. Into the end zone, and he is batted away by Ross Cockrell. 3rd and 9. Keenum again into the end zone, into double coverage, and that one is knocked away by Prince Amukamara. Lambeau comes on for a 49-yard field goal and splits the uprights. 17-10, Texans with the lead. Garoppolo back to pass, throws across the middle, complete to Kenny Bell at the 44. Again back to pass. Garoppolo throws long and has Jordan into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trying to get some points before halftime. Garoppolo throws it deep, and it's caught by Lester Jordan for a 55-yard touchdown. They left 51 seconds left on the clock. That's a lot of time for the Texans to work with. And Keenum throws to Fuller and is complete into plus territory at the 45. Keenum back to pass again, complete to Hopkins across the middle, and he's inside the 25. 2nd and 8. The handoff is to Miller. He reverses his field, and it's inside the 20. 3rd and 4 now. Keenum throws to Antonio Brown inside the 15. They're going to mark that just inside the 10, so it's 1st and goal, Texans. Keenum, play fake, into the end zone and knocked away. 2nd and goal. The pass this time goes into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Rashaan Evans makes the grab, and he is down. An elbow injury as he walks off the field. Garoppolo with a tie ball game in 17 seconds. Gives off to McKinnon. He only gets a couple yards, and they take this one to the locker room. 17-17 is your score. With Keenum in at quarterback, the Texans are definitely having their problems on offense. San Francisco is playing a very opportunistic ball game right now anyway, and time will tell if that can be maintained in the second half. Now for an update from the coaches, let's go to Eurocat, baby.
Husker, before we get to some coaches' thoughts, I wanted to fill everyone in on 2 injuries that happened in the second quarter. Benardrick McKinney for the Texans suffered a sprained shoulder and has already seen some action on the field. San Francisco's linebacker Rashaan Evans is battling elbow bursitis, and the medical staff said that he should see the field in the second half. Now, as far as the coaches are concerned, Coach O'Brien said that he's very pleased with how Case Keenum is handling the offense, except for the 3 interceptions that he's thrown. They seem to be moving the ball well. It's just badly timed mistakes are getting in the way of points on the board. He did feel the defense needs to stiffen up a bit. If they can avoid some big plays and concentrate a bit better on special teams, he said they could have a good shot at a victory in this game. Now, as for Coach Shanahan, he thought the offense was running well. He was a bit surprised that the short passing game was having a hard time being productive, so he wants to make some adjustments in the play calling scheme. It seems that the running game is making an impact, so that's where he thought the focus should be going forward. He said that all in all, the defense was doing a good job. He plans on making some adjustments to slow down the Texans' running game. But they're working against the number 3 offense in the NFL, and it's showing. He said the offense has to be slowed down a bit, or we could see a shootout in the second half.
Thank you for those comments, and I tend to agree with that assessment of this Texans offense, because if they don't slow down this offense, they could score a lot of points in a hurry. Let's find out as the second half it gets underway in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to Raymond James Stadium and Super Bowl 55. The Texans and the 49ers have played to a halftime tie, and we'll see what they can do in the second half to make one of them the Super Bowl winner. The Texans have the ball here first in the second half. The throw from Keenum, complete to Ertz, out to the 35-yard line. And Niles Lawrence Stample is down and injured. We hope that for the 49ers' sake, that isn't permanent. 2nd and 5 for the Texans. Keenum is sacked. Rashaan Evans getting in there for a 5-yard loss. Keenum back to pass, and it's intercepted by Ross Cockrell. Once again, intended for Will Fuller, but that ball just was not arced enough and underthrown, so it was easy pick for Cockrell, and he has it out to the 44. 1st and 10, Garoppolo throws out to George Kittle, and he can't hang on to the ball. 3rd and 7, McKinnon takes it left and has lots of room. He's to the 20, 10, he's gone. All the way, touchdown 49ers. The speed of Jerick McKinnon around the side was apparent on that play, but what was more impressive was the block that Colin Jeter put on Andre Hal, and that brings the score to 24-17 San Francisco. Out of the I formation, the handoff goes to Miller, and he cannot get out of the backfield, tackled by Malcolm Smith. Miller again up the middle, and he gets out to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 4, Keenum throws long, and he's got a man, Fuller, with room, and he's into the end zone. That time, Keenum threw the perfect pass, and Fuller was out in the open to catch it. Nothing that Ross Cockrell could do to stop it, and that went for touchdown, 69 yards, and ties up this football game. Dean on the return now, out to the 20, getting into the line, and he breaks out to the 50, 40, 30, he's gone. Touchdown 49ers. Javonte Dean, once he got through that line, and obviously that took quite a bit because he was rattling around, and I thought for sure he was going to be tackled, but then he breaks out of the pack, hurdles over Josh Lambo, and from there the speed just takes over, and he's all the way into the end zone. giving the 49ers the lead 31-24. Miller up the middle has a 9-yard pickup. So 3rd and inches. Foreman takes it this time up the middle, and he gets past the 45 for another first down for the Texans. Keenum back to pass, and this one is intercepted by Reuben Foster. His 2nd of the game, and he takes it into plus territory. But once again, the 49ers cannot do anything with it, and it is Texan ball again at the 15. Miller up the middle has the first down up the hash marks. Now 2nd and 7. Foreman gashing the defense again up the middle and has a first down. 2nd and 10. Keenum throws to Antonio Brown. He's close, but he has a 3rd and inches. They try a screen, and Eric Armstead is there to make the tackle. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter, with the 49ers holding a 1-score advantage, 31-24. After another 3 and out by San Francisco, the Texans have it again. Keenum throws over the middle to Devlin, and there is a roughing the passer penalty on Charles Tapper, and that gives the Texans another first down. Keenum back to pass, throws complete, and out of bounds goes Hopkins. On the counter, Miller up the middle, and he has some tough running. Down to the 32. Foreman picks up the first down, down to the 25. Now on 2nd and 10. Foreman again inside the red zone. 3rd down conversion coming up. Keenum back to pass. Ertz on 2nd effort gets the first down. Now from the 15, Miller gets the carry up the middle, and he's down to the 11. Another 3rd down conversion. Keenum takes it himself, and he has the first down all the way down to the 1-yard line. Keenum throws into the end zone, and it's caught. Ryan Griffin makes the grab in front of Akello Witherspoon for the tying touchdown at 31 apiece. Now can the 49ers respond? 2nd and 9. Garoppolo throws, and it's incomplete. Lob to McKinnon, but that one just took too long to come down. Garoppolo throws and completes it to Kittle out at the 45. Backpedaling again, Garoppolo throws, and it's knocked down this time. But after a Houston 3 and out, Kittle is in motion. The give is to Washington, and he can't get out of the backfield. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with your score all knotted up, 31 apiece. 2nd and 11, Garoppolo drops back, throws. McKinnon makes the grab this time and is all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. You see on the replay, Andre Hal just about knocks that ball away, but there's enough heat on it to get it to McKinnon, and a 46-yard pass play gets them the lead in the game. Now with 1:51 left on the clock, Keenum is sacked. Charles Tapper gets in there for a 2-yard loss. Foreman the deep back. Keenum decides to run, and he gets hit hard. Raymond James trying to knock that ball loose. Throw goes to Hopkins, and he doesn't make the first down. So on 4th and inches, they go for it. Hopkins makes the grab short, and that gives the Texans a fresh set of downs. But there's 1:23 on the clock. Keenum throws, and it's complete to Braxton Miller, and he has the first down out to the 35. Still in the hurry-up offense. Keenum back to pass again, throws, And that one is knocked away. Navarro Bowman getting in on the action. Keenum is sacked. Charles Tapper dumping him in the backfield. Now it's 3rd down and 16. Keenum throws short. Jackson catches, but it's still 4th and 7. Can they get the first down? The throw coming up, and it is knocked away by Prince Amukamara. And all the 49ers have to do is take a couple of knees, and this one is over, folks. 38-31, the 49ers win the Super Bowl. From what I can tell, this was a total effort for the 49ers. The offense scored when it needed to. The defense made some big plays when it needed to. And in true Super Bowl fashion, even the special teams came alive for this one. Jerick McKinnon won MVP honors, but I would have given it to Javonte Dean for those spectacular kickoff returns. The Texan offense amassed over 500 yards on the evening, but it just wasn't enough when it came to crunch time. That's why I said the 49ers were playing some opportunistic football tonight. Not that they didn't play some solid football on both sides of the ball for the entire game, but if you look at the yards that Houston put up and the final scoreboard, one has to come to the conclusion that San Francisco did something other than hold on to the football for long sustained drives. A 54-yard run, a 46 and 55-yard pass play, and 2 kickoff return touchdowns. Put that with 5 interceptions, well, it becomes clear that at least tonight the Niners scored from long range and took advantage of a backup quarterback that seemed to be trying just a little too hard to make some big plays and got burned way too many times. When you take a look at the individual stats, Jimmy was only at 50% complete with an interception, but played consistent enough to pass for 253 yards and 2 touchdowns. Your MVP was 10 for 94 yards on the ground, and unless they're doing some new math that I don't know about, that is 9.4 yards per carry, not 9.3. But whatever. Jerick fell short of the century mark, and regardless, I'm sure that he's enjoying being named Super Bowl MVP. Nobody really stood out in the passing game, which is why I said that this seemed like a team effort tonight. Jordan almost broke 100 yards, and if he hadn't dropped 2 passes, most assuredly would have been over that mark. Second-year left tackle Mike McGlinchey was the only lineman to allow a sack, and primarily he was working against Calais Campbell all evening, and it can be understood why that happened. As a whole, I think the O-line held up pretty well against the Houston front that would put fear in most guys in the league. On to the defense, and what a performance. Reuben Foster had a career night with 12 tackles, 1 for a sack and 2 interceptions, with Kello Witherspoon behind him with 8 tackles. Ross Cockrell with 2 interceptions, and Rashaan Evans with that pick in the end zone just before the half, taking away the possibility of any Texan points going into the locker room. But the biggest story of the night, and for the playoffs in general, is the special teams play of Javonte Dean. He waited until the postseason to show off his talent a little with a kickoff return last week against the Seahawks, and 2 in the Super Bowl this week, that without those points, the 49ers would most likely have lost the game. You could say that San Francisco would have found a way to win, but I think that's being a little more than presumptuous. Now that the 49ers have won the Super Bowl title, it brings this series to an end. I have to be very honest with everyone. Things have taken a turn in my personal life, and time has become very precious. Although this series is coming to a close, I still have my Jets franchise that will be maintained going forward. I just don't have the time to devote to both series. Trying to do both has robbed precious time away from other ventures that need to be given time. If things change, I'll be back with another Madden 08 franchise series, but for now, something has to give. And right now, it's the time that I've been devoting to this game. I feel bad because this is an outstanding game that has been modded to make it fresh. The reason for going for Madden 20 and the Jets franchise is that there's so much less work behind the scenes to maintain that series. Yes, the graphics are light years ahead of Madden 08, but it's been modded to the point that now that I can give my own personality and what time I have to spare to that game. If you haven't checked that out, I hope that you will. For now, though, I have to sign off. And until I hopefully see you in my Jets franchise, for Eurocat Baby and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.